What is going on, guys? It's Acorn Man here, back with another LEGO Star Wars review. Today we're going to be talking about the 75135 Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor. This set contains 215 pieces, originally retailed for $24.99 all the way back in January of 2016, making this set almost 7 years old at this point. As you can see, the set does not come with a whole lot, just the ship itself and 2 minifigures, which we'll take a look at right now. Of course, with Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor, we're going to see Obi-Wan Kenobi himself. And this is a pretty well-detailed minifigure considering the set that it's in. We've got some very well-detailed chest printing, as well as leg printing, and back printing. Not to mention a secondary face as well, looking much more determined here, but I much prefer his more concerned face. You can definitely tell he's reacting to Anakin about to do something here. So I feel this is very in character for him. Overall, a really nice minifigure. The headpiece section has a bit of a shimmer to it, which really gives it that metallic look as we saw in Revenge of the Sith. And last but not least, we have R4P17. The headpiece on mine was printed just a little bit crooked, so keep that in mind. But I mean, if you wanted to really be accurate to the movie, you could just, pretty much the exact same amount of detail on him that you would find on your typical R2-D2 minifigure, just done in dark red instead. But I actually much prefer that, and it matches the ship perfectly, as you can kind of see there. So yeah, not a whole lot to say about R4 really. He's got a decent amount of detail on the front, nothing on the back. Wasn't really expecting much else. Definitely nothing too crazy, but he's got everything that he needs. Alright, so here's the ship itself, Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor, and I absolutely love the colors on this thing. Pretty decent amount of detail too for its small size. Definitely a very dynamic looking ship. Don't get me wrong, this model is certainly not without its flaws, but it has no problem looking great on the shelf. Quite a few stickers, as you can see. Got some up here on the sides, as well as 2 on each wing. 1 outer sticker and 1 inner sticker. We have 6 cannons on here actually, the 2 primary ones in the front, 1 on each side there, as well as 2 flick fire missiles on the bottom, which I'm sure surprises no one. I actually don't mind these too much. They do a pretty good job of staying relatively out of sight, so you can display it with both of them locked inside. And something that does bother me about this ship, though, is you might have noticed I had it resting earlier in its attack position like this, instead of its resting position, which it is able to do simply by folding in the wings here. Unfortunately, it is not designed to really sit like this, as it has this really ugly downward slope. Yeah, really not a great look. Not a fan of that, so unfortunately you do have to display it in attack position, but I suppose if you wanted to, you could mod it pretty easily. Alright, so it's not too hard to get this ship loaded up and ready to go. Just grab R4 here, throw him in his designated spot, open up the cockpit piece here, set Obi-Wan down inside, close the cockpit back up, fold up each wing here, and here we have it. With its wings out and minifigures in place, it is a really fantastic looking ship. Very dynamic, very swooshable indeed. Lots of fun to be had with this one. As much as the stickers were a pain to get on, and they were a pain for these wings here, let me tell you, that was some anxiety there, and I still didn't even do a great job. But despite all that, I think it comes out looking really fantastic. Unfortunately, though, you can't really display it with the wings out, even though it does have to rest in its attack position, because it folds the wings down, and yeah, really, once again, just not looking too great. Alright guys, so that about wraps it up for this set, and what do I think? I think it's a really great one, a really cheap addition to your collection. Well, not so much nowadays, but for the retail price, pretty darn good. I mean, it wouldn't have killed them to throw in a buzz droid or something like that, but it is what it is. And as it is, it's a pretty great set. Just, kind of missing some extra stuff that I think would have made it even better. So overall, I gotta give this one an 8 out of 10. Would absolutely recommend it, especially if you already have an Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. I mean, come on, these two just look absolutely fantastic together. And these two sets are like 6 years apart. Like, they've got quite a bit of differences between them, and they still look fantastic together. So if you can hunt down a version of both of these, then absolutely jump for it. Your collection will not thank you enough. Alright guys, so I think that's going to wrap up the review. Thank you so much for checking it out. Be sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.